All right. We got to get Chuck in here. Ben, get Chuck in here. Let's say hi to Don. Hey, Don, what's up? Don? We lost Don.
Is that Don on the phone?
He wanted to talk about that the chimp story.
Oh, we got to talk about that one.
What is up with the chimps?
Oh, my God. Chimps attacked this man and woman at this animal preserve. There was some chimpanzees, and I guess these sound like crazy people anyway. They had a chimpanzee. They had owned a chimp, this couple. But the chimp had bitten off somebody's thumb, so they had to get rid of it. So they gave it to this animal sanctuary. Well, they went to visit the chimp because it was the chimp's birthday. So they brought the chimp a birthday cake. And they're standing around trying, I guess, give this chimp the birthday cake. And some other chimps, now whether they were in a cage and got out of the cage or they weren't in the cage, I have no idea. I haven't been able to get that straight from what I've read. But these chimps attacked the couple. And at first they bit one of the woman's fingers. And then the man pushed his wife or this woman out of the way. And the chimps just attacked this guy mercilessly. I mean, they fucked him up big time. The damage report, where the hell is it? Because I would love to read it instead of just go from...
As you find that, I think I got some audio of the actual story. So.
Wow, I guess that's exclusive for us.
Really? Listen to this as you find the story there.
A man mauled by a chimp. His wife watching in horror. It's a story that has the country talking today. Now, as he clings to life, we have the shocking new expose about the dark side of chimps and the latest on his condition.
And all that time, he was really not screaming. He was trying to reason with them. He couldn't do anything. He couldn't do anything.
For the first time, LaDonna Davis is reliving her chilling real-life nightmare, watching in horror as two chimpanzees savagely attacked her husband. It's a gut-wrenching story. LaDonna tells Good Morning America she and husband St. James were visiting their former pet chimp at a California animal shelter when two others escaped from their cage. The two chimps also severed Davis's nose. They chewed off his fingers and ripped his right eye right out of the socket. Imagine a primate coming after you, like this scene from National Geographic's Most Amazing Moments. Animal workers managed to shoot and kill the chimps as they tried to drag Davis away. Meantime, LaDonna Davis is struggling to come to terms with her husband's savage attack.
So this is very much touch and go.
Minute by minute, they told me. That's all they can tell me because they want to be honest.
Oh, my God.
Whew, he's 64.
He was trying to reason with the chimps?
Oh, he's 62. Yeah, he was trying to reason with them, with the crazed animals, his wife said. One was at his head, one was at his foot, but all the time he was trying to reason with them. Hey, look, chimps, could you not rip my face off? What kind of reasoning? Came around and chomped off my thumb. A male chimp, the wife said, my husband must have realized we were in deep trouble because he pushed me backwards. At that time, they both went for him. So he must have seen him go for the woman and thought it was some kind of competition. Lost all the fingers from both his hands. Dude, they chewed off every finger that he owned. And this isn't reattach his fingers stuff. You know those chimps just, like, mashed his fingers. Ripped an eye out of his socket, so that's gone. Ripped off his nose, a cheek, his lips, and part of his buttocks in the attack.
They just started eating ass?
And they were tugging on his genitals.
Why couldn't they put that? Remember the movie Planet of the Apes?
Yeah, of course.
This sounds like a scene that should have been in the movie.
Yeah, where's the nice, even those apes, they were vicious and stuff, but at least, all they did was, you cut out his brain, you bloody baboon! Look at you! You've ripped off his fingers, lips, and buttocks, cheeks! Damn you.
Somebody pissed this chimp off.
Those things, how do you reason with them?
To the point of he went to... did they not feed him for about 6 months?
Probably he was pissed off that they threw him in this animal preserve many years ago, and he's just been waiting and waiting.
Just waiting.
Waiting. That son of a bitch will come back.
I know his face.
He'll come back one day.
Here, is this the son? Guys, this is the son of a bitch that put me here. I bit off one finger.
Right.
And this is the guy that put me here.
This is the guy I've been telling you about.
Here he comes. The cage is open. Shh.
Now's our chance.
You bite his fingers off. I'm going to bite his genitals and his buttocks. Yeah, everyone thinks of the chimps as these nice things that wear the little blue jean coveralls. Isn't that cute? And maybe a little engineer hat.
They hold your hair.
Yeah. What's cuter than a chimp wearing an engineer hat and coveralls? I defy you to tell me there's nothing cuter. And when they, lose their minds and start biting at your genitals, buttocks, and rip your face off, you got to look and go, this thing would look adorable in a little engineer hat. I'm trying to reason with you. If you stop eating my face, I'll buy you an engineer hat.
And I'll put a diaper on you.
A little diaper?
A little diaper.
And they hold your hand. And you ever see when they make the kissy lips?
Yeah.
And they go, mwah, and they kiss you? People put their faces right next to them. Or they go, they make noises. You're not thinking they're going to rush at you and bite your face off.
Pull one of your eyeballs out and eat it like it's an olive.
Oh, they ripped his eyeball out.
Ripped his lips, his nose, and start eating his ass, pulling on his genitals.
Eating his ass.
And ate every single finger.
You're looking at your stubs.
Oh, my
your
God.
Bloody stubs of fingers that are left, just going and trying to reason with it. How do you reason with one of those things?
All the footage you always see, you always see chimps. They eat bananas and lettuce and stuff. Oh, no.
No, they're liking some face.
Yeah.
Ooh,
we want
people face. When was the last time you had a little man face? It's been a while. Bananas and oranges they give us and apples, but a nice bite of man face. What's a man fingers? Yeah, I'm in the mood. You? Yeah, let's go.
Hey, I would love to go to the phones to take this whole discussion to the next level, like Eric Logan was teaching us down in Washington. Right. Just when you've exhausted a subject between yourselves, you take it to the next level by going to the phones.
Opie, it gives it a whole new life, is what he was saying.
Sure. Remember he was telling us that?
He said you could bring up a subject,
right,
and then all of a sudden when we're done talking about it, you can go to an expert.
Right.
And all of a sudden the expert breathes a whole new life into the subject, so it's not like we're beating it to death.
Right.
When the subject is done, all of a sudden, we're done with the subject? No, the listeners can then get involved, and now you have 3 lives to one subject.
And this is Radio 101 that he's trying to teach us.
Oh, of course.
I'm going to follow Eric Logan's advice. I think we've exhausted our discussion on this. Chuck is in studio. Chuck Vinson.
Hey.
Vinson, Vinson, right?
That's right.
You're not really an expert, but we'll make believe you helped us out. So let's take it to the next level, and get the listeners involved.
Next level. And Opie, contrary to our own thoughts on this, that we should go to the phones or not, we don't think going to the phones is a good idea. But Eric Logan seems to think this is the way to go.
Radio 101 if you're doing a talk show. So
look at the new life that's going to be breathed into this subject.
So for once, we'll take his advice.
Maybe something we didn't cover.
Sure. We're going to take Eric's advice for once.
All right.
Because we don't know how to do this on our own.
Sure.
Let's go to Ben's raw ass. Ben?
Hey, guys, what's up?
Hey.
Yeah, I work in this animal preserve, and I've seen those monkeys, and it's in Harlem.
Ah, there you go.
Hey.
Thank you, Eric. Hey! Thank you, Eric Logan, for giving us that info that we should go to the phones. Because the listeners do give a new dimension to the whole thing,
sure
don't they?
do, man. They're part of this show just like you and I, Anthony. Joe, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
I was doing my own reading on this, and I think the way it all started was the monkey was waiting until the guy was going to work and said, hey, I want to talk to you.
Thank you, Eric. Because one thing the show needs, when we're done with a subject, when we've exhausted a subject completely, we need, hardcore hateful racism. That's the one subject we didn't really cover here today. And Elo, he knows.
Hey, I'm just following Eric's advice.
The phones.
Taking a topic to the next level where you get the listeners involved. So let's say hi to Keith in Jersey.
Jesus.
Hey, Keith.
Hey, guys. Maybe the chimp started biting because they finally took him off the Zoloft.
A Mike Tyson joke. There you go. Took him off the Zoloft.
Well, sure. Let's go to Ted.
Hey, didn't I see a video of these 2 monkeys on the pizzeria video?
The pizzeria video where the guy is standing on line.
Yeah,
and he gets
2 monkeys, I'm pretty sure.
And he gets beat up, of course. Yes.
So many expert advices here. I love this.
Oh, it's just... we have a bevy of experts just eagerly waiting on the phone.
Because this is how you do radio.
Chime in.
This is how you do talk radio, according to Eric Logan. So why not? John, what's up? John?
I didn't know our phone lines were tied into 1954.
Hello, guys.
Everyone's smoking Lucky cigarettes.
Smoking Luckies and making Negro jokes.
Guys?
Yes, John.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning.
Hey, listen, they did an interview with those chimpanzees afterwards.
Yeah.
And they said, we wanted to bite his nose to spite his face. But I'm bummed.
That's kind of funny.
All right, there you go.
I kind of think that's funny. It's that awful little cliche.
Sure.
Cut off your nose to spite your face.
Wow. Instant feedback getting involved, too. From a mobile device, this person just writes, who was this guy? Reginald Denny?
Ah.
Sue from Jersey, what's up?
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Hey.
Hey, listen, I don't know if you guys remember, you're from around here, but there used to be a chimp, Mr. Jiggs. He lived by my house, and the guy used to put him out on a swing on the front lawn all the time. He just used to sit outside swinging. In the meanwhile, he used to bring him to day camps and put him out by the 5-year-old kids. It's amazing.
Yeah, I kind of remember
he never
that.
blowed anybody's face off.
Well,
yeah.
you do that to a monkey or a chimp, I think eventually they're going to want to get payback.
Well, every once in a while he'd give him a cigarette, so it couldn't have been all that bad.
Yeah, they like. Isn't that cute when chimps smoke? It's like, hey, look, he's having a cigarette. He's almost like a person. You know, until they show their teeth and rip your face off.
And rip your fingers off one by one.
Oh, you know how crazy they are too? Do you ever see some of the specials on Discovery when they go out into the wild and you see the chimps in the wild and they're throwing like trees at each other? And their hair gets all like puffed up and they're beating the crap out of each other. That's the chimp, not the you ever see the old late 60s TV series Lancelot Link's Secret Chimp?
Yeah.
Where they dubbed in the talking and made him talk and it was like a private eye show. That's cute. Look, he's in a little trench coat and a hat.
Well, I think what the mistake is, when you see a lot of these animals on TV,
yeah,
and then us stupid humans, we see that, wow, that guy has a pet lion, I'm going to do it too.
Right.
What they don't tell you on TV is when they bring a lot of these animals out on these shows, they drug them a little bit.
Yeah.
A little sedative.
A little tipsy.
Just a slight sedative just to keep them calm.
You have to.
Well, I have some information, gentlemen.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I do. They just released the name of this chimp.
Yeah?
Bubbles.
Oh, you think it's Bubbles
I
from
think
being
it's
abused
Bubbles. He's
so
been
much?
in rehab all these years, and his ass now is making a statement.
Perhaps he's ripped off Michael Jackson's face, and that was why he had to get a whole new rebuild.
Several announcements here. Bubbles.
More audio. Dark side of chimps, Anthony, just like you were just saying.
Ooh, the dark side.
A quick little piece of audio.
One of the hardest things I've ever seen in my 11 and a half years of following chimps around the forest is this attack.
Chimp researcher Bill Wallauer is still haunted from these images.
He was able to walk away, but when they finally did leave him, I suspect that male wouldn't have been able to survive. It's impossible for me, for an emotional human being, not to feel so sorry for this young male. But from the chimp's point of view, they're simply defending their territory. I mean, it's what humans do all over the world, and we're hearing about on the news every night.
It's the kind of attack explored in Dark Side of Chimps. You look at what compels chimps to attack humans. In this amazing video, you can see the chimps mount an all-out attack on a group of monkeys. Ian Gilby spent 4 summers studying the hunting behavior of wild chimps and made a shocking discovery. It might look like chaos, but there's a terrifying method to the attack.
Chimpanzees seem to be targeting the babies and the juveniles. The younger ones, the meat is more tender, or they're easier to catch. They do tend to prefer them. They often ignore the males or try to throw the males out of the way, or hit them out of the way, and get up to the infants and the juveniles. And the aftermath of a hunt is often very chaotic. There's a lot of screaming. They're pretty exciting to watch. Sometimes, the carcass gets torn in two.
Nice. Ooh. Nice. So there's a little taste of the audio. I mean, yeah, they're just vicious, obviously.
Yes. And they have that, what's called the retard strength. They got everyone knows, retarded people are a little stronger than the average person, because I guess when God takes something away from you, he gives you something else. So you take away a little mental capability, all of a sudden you got that strength where you're just like, and that's kind of what the chimps have. They got that little pea brain, smarter than, I don't know, a muskrat? Sure. But as far as people go, they're not quite that smart. And then what they got in exchange is that retard strength that could rip fingers right out of their sockets and tear buttocks apart like no one's ever seen.
Well, why don't we take one more phone call, Anthony? Let's say hi to Tony.
All right.
Tony wants to add to this. Yes, Tony?
Good morning, fellas.
Morning.
You know, I almost had a almost life-ending altercation with these chimps not too long ago.
Yeah.
They actually were trying to clean my windshield over at the 59th Street Bridge.
All right.
He went old school on us.
He really did go old school. There's really no squeegee.
There's no more
people.
squeegee men in New York City.
Maybe he's actually being accurate, and there are chimps now that I don't know. That would be entertaining, and I would probably stop, let him do it, and pay him $1.
Imagine, stupid us.
That'd be fun.
It's actually happening, and we thought he was referring to something else.
He could wear like a snorkel jacket, come up, and squeegee a windshield. That would be cool.